A very good morning to all of you. This is your mathematics class. In the previous video, we did 3 questions from exercise 5.3, and today we will complete this exercise. And now we are going to start with the question number 4. And the question number 4, it's saying, see, here is question number 4. Question number 4 is saying numbers 1 to 10 are written on 10 separate slips, one number on one slip, kept in a box and mixed well. It is saying that there are 10 slips, 10 separate slips, and each slip is labeled with one number between 1 to 10, means from 1 to 10 there are 10 slips, means there are 10 slips, and on each slip there is a number, and the number is 1 2 3 4 5 and so on, any one number. We kept these slips in a box and mixed well. One slip is chosen from the box without looking into it, means we choose one slip randomly. What is the probability of getting a number 6? So first of all, see, here are number of sample spaces. Here numbers 1 to 10 are written on 10 separate slips, means number of sample spaces vary from 1 to 10, that is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. So the number of sample spaces, total number of sample spaces are 10. Okay, the next is we have to find out the probability of getting a number 6. As you can see that in these number of sample spaces, 6 occurs only once, means 6 is present here only once. If 6 is present here only once, so number of event will equal to 1, means number of event is equal to 1, and as you know that number of sample spaces are 10, means total outcomes are 10. So probability of getting a number 6 is number of event upon total outcomes, means 1 upon 10. So the probability of getting a number 6 is 1 upon 10. Similarly, you can do the second part of this question, and the second part is saying getting a number less than 6. Now you have to identify the numbers the numbers less than 6. As you can see that there are the numbers less than 6 are 1 2 3 4 and 5. These are the numbers that which are less than 6, means there are 5 numbers less than 6. So the number of event is 5, because here 5 numbers are less than 6, so the number of event is equal to 5. And as you know that total outcomes are 10, so probability of getting a number less than 6 is equal to number of event upon total outcome. Number of event is 5 and total outcome is 10, so we have 5 upon 10, and as you know that 5 upon 10 is equal to 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, so the answer is 1 upon 2. Similarly, you can do the third part. See, the third part is saying getting a number greater than 6. See, here are 1, 2, 3 and 4, which is 7, 8, 9, 10. Here are 4 numbers greater than 6. So the number of event is 4 and total outcomes are 10. So probability of getting a number greater than 6 is 4 upon 10, because there are total 4 numbers which are greater than 6. The numbers are 7, 8, 9 and 10. These 4 numbers are greater than 6. So the number of event is 4 and total outcome is 10. So 4 upon 10, that is equal to 2 upon 5. So the probability of getting a number greater than 6 is 2 upon 5. The next part is getting a one digit number. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Here are one digit numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. These are one digit number and 10 is two digit number. So we will talk about these 9 numbers because these are one digit number, and the question is saying getting a one digit number from 1 to 10. So there are 9 numbers. So there are 9 numbers of one digit number. So the number of event is 9, and as you know that total outcomes are 10. So probability of getting one digit number is equal to number of event upon total outcomes, that is 9 upon 10. So the probability of getting one digit number is 9 upon 10. I hope all of you understand this question. If you have any problem in this question, then you can ask. Let us move towards the next question. Question number 5. Question number 5 is saying if you have a spinning wheel with 3 green sectors, 1 blue sector and 1 red sector. See, you have a wheel and in this wheel you have 3 green sectors. Suppose this 1, 2 and 3. This is green and this is green. 1 blue sector and 1 red sector. Suppose this is blue sector and this is red sector. What is probability of getting a green sector? Firstly, see, here are total 5 sectors, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Here are total 5 sectors. So the total outcomes are 5. Now you have to find out the probability of getting a green sector. Now count the green sector. 1, 2, 3. Here are 3 green sectors. So the number of event is 3 and total outcome is 5. So the probability of getting a green sector is equal to number of event upon total outcomes, means 3 upon 5. See the answer. Total outcomes 5 because there are total 5 sectors. Number of event is 3 for green sector because there are 3 green sectors in the spinning wheel. So the probability of getting a green sector is equal to 3 upon 5. Now the question is saying further question is saying what is the probability of getting a non-blue sector? Non-blue sector means which is not blue. Now for non-blue sector, firstly you have to observe that how many sectors are blue. As you can see that in this spinning ball there is only one blue sector, but we have to find non-blue sector. Okay, now as you know that total sectors are 5 and 1 is blue and we have to find non-blue. So non-blue sector is equal to total sectors minus blue sector. Blue sector is 1, so 5 minus 1, that is equal to 4. So the non-blue sectors are 4, means number of event is equal to 4 and total outcomes are 5. So probability of getting a non-blue sector is equal to 4 upon 5, means number of event upon total outcome, that is equal to 4 upon 5. This is the probability of getting a non-blue sector. I hope all of you understand this question also. Still if you have any problem in this question, then you are free to ask. Let us move towards the next question. Question number 6. Find the probabilities of the events given in question number 2. For this we have to see the question number 2. of this exercise 5.2. And in this question number 2, when a die is thrown, list the outcomes of an event of getting a prime number, not a prime number, a number greater than 5 and a number not greater than 5. We have done this question in the previous video, so you have an idea for the solution of this question, and we will move ahead with the idea, and we will solve this question on the basis of the previous solution. See, here is total outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, because when a die is thrown, see, die means a die which you use to play Ludo. So this die has total 6 spaces, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And you know that prime numbers, firstly the first part is asking that prime number, probability of getting a prime number. So you have to choose the prime numbers from these total outcomes. As you know that prime numbers are the numbers that divided only itself, that divide only by itself. It has no another factor. So here are 2, 3 and 5 are the numbers which divided by itself. It has no another factor, because 2 is divided by only itself. Also 3 is divided by only itself. Similarly 5 is divided by only itself. So 2, 3 and 5 are the prime numbers. So the number of event is 1, 2, 3. There are 3 prime numbers in this question. There are 3 prime numbers in this question. Out of these total means there are 3 prime numbers out of these 6 outcomes. So the number of event is equal to 3, and we have to find out the probability of getting a prime number. For this you have a formula that is number of event upon total outcomes. Number of event is 3, total outcomes is 6, so the answer is 3 upon 6, that is equal to 1 upon 2, because you know that 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6. So the answer is 1 upon 2. The next part is asking not a prime number, means probability of getting not a prime number. Now you have to find out the numbers that are not prime numbers. Prime numbers are 2, 3 and 5. Now not a prime numbers means remaining numbers of these 6 outcomes will be not the prime numbers, means 1, 4 and 6 are not the prime numbers. See, 1 is the factor for all the numbers. Similarly 4 can be divided by itself. Also 4 can be divided by 2. So 4 is not a prime number. Similarly 6 can be divided by itself, and 6 also can be divided by 2. Also 6 can be divided by 3. So 6 is also not a prime number. So the not prime numbers are 1, 4, 6, means number of event are 3, because there are 3 numbers that are not prime. So the number of event is equal to 3. Probability of getting not a prime number is equal to number of event upon total outcomes, that is equal to 3 upon 6, which is equal to 1 upon 2. This is the answer, means this is the probability of getting not a prime number. The next part is saying probability of getting a number greater than 5. See, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now you have to find the number that are greater than 5. You can see that there is only one number that is greater than 5, and the 6. So 6 is the only number which is greater than 5. 6 is the only number, means there is only one number. So the number of event is equal to 1. Total outcomes are 6. So the probability of getting a number greater than 5 is equal to number of event upon total outcomes, that is equal to 1 upon 6. This is the answer. Part B is saying numbers not greater than 5. Numbers not greater than 5 means less than numbers less than 5, and 5 also including in this number. So 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the numbers that are less than 5 and these are not greater than 5. So here is 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are the numbers that are not greater than 5. Also 5 will be included in this uh, in this in this part, because 5 we are asked not greater than 5. So 5 will be 5 means equal to 5, it is not greater than 5, so 5 is also including in this event. So the number of event are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So the number of event are 5 and the total, as you know, total outcomes are 6. So the probability of not getting a number greater than 5 is equal to number of event, that is equal to 5, that is 5 upon total outcome, that is 6. So the answer is 5 upon 6. I hope all of you understand all these questions, and if you have any problem in these exercise which I have taught yet, so you then you can message me and ask. I will take your queries in the next video according to your doubts. And one more thing, exercise 5.1, 5.2 and 5.3 you have to do in your fair notebook. Please complete your notebook. I will check your notebooks in the next week, so please complete your notebooks, okay? And be prepared for the test that is on Friday. It is also based on the fifth chapter. You will see the questions of exercise, sorry, you will see the questions of chapter 5 in the Friday test. So